Pacers are favored.
Yes, and I think it makes sense, right? I mean, A, they're the home team. They're going to have home court. B, I think you've got a lot of the perception out there being that the Bucks, what can they do without Dame Lillard? And yes, the Bucks took 3 of 4 in the season series from Indiana this year, but they did have Dame during those games. I don't think they need Dame to win the first series against Indiana. I think they're going to need Dame back for the second series, and based on what's going on with the blood clot, you don't know if that's going to be 1 week or 6 weeks. You have no idea, right? This is one of those unique circumstances.
Found out last year in the playoffs, they definitely needed Giannis.
They definitely needed Giannis. Giannis has to stay healthy. If Giannis misses a single game in the first round of the series or the first round of the playoffs, my confidence is drastically diminished.
They definitely need Dame, too, in order to be successful in the playoffs.
But you're saying to beat the Pacers? Because I was texting with an NBA person also, and I was like, I feel like Giannis can, when you're that good and when you're playing the way he is, I feel like that kind of player can drag a team through a round of an NBA play.
Do you think that you have enough firepower around him, but then defensively, like can KPJ be able to help defensively? Because he's been playing well defensively against a guy like Tyrese Halliburton. Like, is he going to be able to help defensively?
Yeah, I mean, I think Dame has, when he's focused, he can be a slightly plus defender, but I don't think it's on the defensive end that you're worried about what you miss with Dame. It's like, it is like on some levels why the Drew Holiday trade happened, right? It was like, hey, this team can be defensively good enough to win, but in the postseason you need more offense, and that's why Dame came in. So I think everyone would expect that if you're going to make an extended run, Dame Lillard would be a big part of it. But I think this team believes they can win a first-round series with or without Dame.
I think they've got the momentum right now. I think that they've got Giannis playing with his hair on fire and motivated, having not gotten out of the first round of the playoffs.
I can't even compare Giannis to anyone right now.
He's like, with all due respect to Jokic.
Who does Giannis remind you of right now? The way he's playing, like it's such a free, open, like it's almost like, the playmaking on top of everything else he's doing is incredible.
Larry Bird-esque,
oh wow.
The shooting I wouldn't compare to Larry Bird.
I'm saying the playmaking from a forward
Magic
position, Magic Johnson, but Magic
it was like a point.
Yes.
But Giannis is playing point forward, right? It's
Seemingly.
almost like Giannis is playing like, and you'd have to go back and watch some of the old documentaries, like Magic Johnson his rookie year when Kareem was out and Magic was playing center, but he was also playing point guard. Like, that's what Giannis is doing right now, right? He's the point center. We haven't seen a lot of that in the NBA because, and again, all respect to Brooke, but we're talking about this closing lineup where Giannis is the point center a lot of the time. And again, all respect to Kevin Porter Jr., to Sakuda, who's playing unbelievable.
Yeah, and we're talking Bucks here. Sunday Karma across ESPN Wisconsin. Greg Scalzo, Kyle Wallace featuring Craig Carmson.
Surprise guest today.
At certain points throughout the show. All of what we're talking about, and I think the pure will from a Giannis at this point to get out of the first round, I think they're going to get through Indiana, and I think it's all going to come down to, can Dame get himself healthy, and what would that be, 3 weeks? And again, right now, we heard it on Courtside with Gail Klappa, Doc Rivers talking a little bit about, how the clot is still there for Dame. And for those that don't know or don't understand, see you, Craig. Maybe we'll see you a little bit later in the show. Maybe not. Who knows?
Hopefully we see him as Masters Day, and he loves Masters Day.
Yeah, Masters Sunday.
He usually has me play the music, and then he does some things that we probably shouldn't be doing, but he's the founder and CEO, so he can do whatever he wants.
I guess so. Well, that means me and you aren't going to be doing those things.
No, I won't.
But Doc said, like, the clot is still there. And for those that are wondering, well, what does that mean? What doesn't that mean? He can't fly with a blood clot, right? You're worried about contact. And so ultimately, if the clot disintegrates to the point where he gets cleared, then it becomes a pretty quick, how quickly can you get him just physically tuned up to get back to that point? But Dame is running right now, like he's staying like in shape from a cardiac perspective, or cardio perspective. At what point can they get him back on the team and in the lineup? Because I think Giannis can do enough to get through the Pacers.
Yeah, last year, I know that Giannis basically was out against the Pacers.
Yep.
And then the year before, the Bucks got out because Giannis hurt his butt bone, tailbone the year before. And so We'll see. I guess it's all to be seen that Giannis will be able to carry the team by himself, because that's something that we just have not seen Giannis really have to do or actually do before, right? Because
we've seen it the last 7 games, right?
The last 7 games, but, I am a Bucks fan.
Yes.
But when you look at the teams that the Bucks beat, the Timberwolves are a team that's fighting for playoff positions, but a lot of the other teams that they beat the Pistons, who had something to play for, but a lot of these teams weren't the cream of the crop, the top teams, right? You're not talking about beating a Cleveland Cavaliers team. You're not talking about beating the Knicks team that is coming back down to earth. You're not talking about, beating a Boston Celtics defending championship team. You're not even talking about beating an Indiana Pacers team that finished the season pretty strong. So I caution us that I understand Giannis can do it all, but can those around him elevate their game in the playoffs? Because Giannis can't do this by himself, right? He has 15 assists because people are scoring, right? You need people not to go cold. You need people to step up, because if they do, then yeah, we can cook. But y'all thinking about the first round. I'm thinking about championships, and we got to have Dame back.
But that's the thing, is you don't know when he's going to be back. Like, with the latest,
I'm not even counting on
the latest we've got it could be 1 week and it could be 6 weeks. Like, that's the unknown nature of this. It is not hey, I've got a sprained ankle, that's 2 to 4 weeks, or I tweaked this. And so we kind of it's so dependent on something that is largely out of everybody's control. But that 7-game winning streak, it gives me confidence against Indiana. To your point, Kyle, if it gets to a series, what would come next against Cleveland, I don't think Giannis can carry by himself this team through the first 2 rounds of the playoffs. You've got to get Dame back here at some point. And so
it's just so disappointing. This organization is not cursed because they won a championship, but boy, I feel like you sold your soul to the devil, don't you? You win the one in 2020 where maybe or maybe not people may have had the vid playing basketball on the court. Giannis somehow miraculously comes back from a hyperextended knee to lead you to a championship. It just seems like whatever deal you made, we have been paying for it ever since. But I wouldn't trade it for the world. That's why I got my championship hoodie on today.
800-990-3776, 800-990-3776. Sunday Karma, Greg Scalzo, Kyle Wallace will roll on, talk a little bit about the heartbreaking loss from the Brewers yesterday, but Jackson Chourio, big bright spot, and of course, Masters Sunday as well. This is Sunday Karma.
It's Sunday Karma with Craig Karmazin on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. All day, every day, the Carbless talk and text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless talk and text line. This is more. Spending more time at home? Don't forget that 94.5 ESPN's on your smart speaker. Just ask Alexa to open 94.5 ESPN. 94.5 ESPN on Alexa is presented by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
She's different and special and loaded with personality.
And there's one more thing, but you can't explain it in words.
She's the one.
She's the one.
The one.
You know it.
Your friends know it.
The whole world knows it.
We curated a special selection of engagement rings for her.
Can you guess what we call it?
We call it the One Collection by Kessler's.
Because these engagement rings are different.
And special.
And loaded with personality.
And one more thing. But you can't explain it in words.
Engagement rings in the One Collection start at just $725.
But some of them are more.
A lot more.
But we've got you covered.
First, we have 12 months financing at 0%. Or
second, we have 36 months financing at 9.99%, both with approved credit.
Third, we have second chance financing if you need someone to give you a second chance.
And don't forget the Kessler's warranty.
The strongest warranty of any jewelry store in the world.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Escape the city and relax at Lake Lawn Resort in beautiful Delavan, Wisconsin. Enjoy outdoor activities on Delavan Lake. Tee off at the lakeside Majestic Oaks Golf Course or unwind at the award-winning Calidora Spa. With both indoor and outdoor pools, there's fun for the whole family. Take a cruise on the Lake Lawn Queen. Explore stunning shores and historic landmarks. And enjoy delicious food and drinks on board. Book your stay today at LakeLawnResort.com, where everything is better at the lake.
Open the door to savings with beautiful Mastercraft doors at Menards. Mastercraft steel entry doors add security and improve the appearance of your home. Choose from our huge in-stock selection or design your door your way with our free step-by-step design program. Online or in-store. Save big on Mastercraft doors at Menards. And check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for more great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
Julie Granger is the president of Junior Achievement of Wisconsin. Julie, your organization has business technology from James Imaging Systems. Yet today, please tell us about Junior Achievement's unique mission.
Junior Achievement of Wisconsin has a mission of inspiring and preparing young people for success in a global economy. We serve students anywhere from kindergarten through 12th grade, and we just started serving young adults 18 to 25.
I understand financial literacy is also an important part of your mission.
Financial literacy is critical to the long-term success of every individual so that they can plan their futures and they can live their dreams.
To help turn those dreams into reality, how can everyone get involved?
We are looking for people who are willing to donate their time, treasure, and talent to the organization.
What's the first step?
The best way to reach us is through our website, wisconsin.ja.org.
James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
This message is sponsored by WisCaregiver.com. Now is the time to start a meaningful career as a caregiver. Make a real difference in people's lives. WisCaregiver.com gives you 2 great options for free. Train for the in-demand caregiver workforce as a CDCP, Certified Direct Care Professional, or become a CNA, Certified Nurse Aide. All training is free. Plus, you can earn a $500 bonus. Learn more. Visit WisCaregiver.com.
Start the day with Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Can't get to the Super Bowl in early October, but they are not playing like a team that has those types of aspirations right now.
Right here on 94.5 ESPN and also streaming live on the Wisconsin On Demand app and at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
I said you already know, you don't got a flow. Before rap, you don't really got dough. Before rap, you don't really see snow. In the kitchen about to make some magic, then blow it all in magic. Pull up in my partner in traffic, gave it to him, it was all in plastic. All I know, I ain't trying to go to jail. Heard that closest thing to hell. When the step don't make it hard to sell. When you been where I've been, make it hard to fail. Cause I'm the realest.
It's Sunday Karma with Craig Carmenson on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Bucks 7 straight wins as they get ready for another matchup against the Pistons today. Kind of goofy scheduling, a noon start today. All the Eastern Conference games today are being played at noon Central Time. All the West Coast games, Western Conference games are being played at 2:30 Central Time today on the last day of the regular season.
I'm going to the game. I'll be able to, get what I got to get done here since I have, because Greg is here. Usually it's a little bit less chaotic. And so I'll be able to edit up some stuff and take care of stuff during Jason Wilde and all that. Hey, even when Craig came in here before, it was chaotic. Sitting in the wrong seat. Hey, guys, he's sitting in the dark, didn't even turn the lights on.
Yeah, that was interesting. I'm sitting in the producer's booth with Kyle talking to him. Next thing I know, Craig pops in, the lights are off, and he's just sitting down in the wrong place and, trying to figure it all out.
In the complete darkness. I'm like, come on now. So, hey. But no, so hopefully I can get to the Bucks game. I'm hoping to get there by 12:25 today.
Oh, you could do that.
Yeah, to enjoy the game, get all my stuff done. So I'm excited. I'm excited for this 12 o'clock game. I like it.
800-990-3776. Again, Bucks locked in with the 5 seed. They'll be taking on the Pacers in the first round of the NBA playoffs. I'm confident that all they need is a healthy Giannis to get through this first round of the playoffs. And then you just got to hope, cross your fingers, knock on wood, say a prayer, whatever you do, that Dame Lillard is going to be back there to take on what is very likely to be the Cleveland Cavaliers. Plus, you've got a little bit of time during this play-in tournament. Every day matters to hope that Dame can get back quicker for you.
You don't believe he's coming back, do you?
I think Dame can get back for the second round. But again, it's not it's not like anything Dame can do. It's how well can the medicine work to break the blood clot down.
He had a blood clot. It was in a different position. And so you got Wemby, who season they shut him down, I'm sure, because he's a franchise player. Chris Bosh, he retired because of multiple blood clots.
But it's where is the blood clot? A lot of times that creates how dangerous.
You a medical doctor too?
I looked it up. You look it up.
You're telling me before all that. He's been doing cardio and he's been and the blood clot is reducing. Running and playing basketball, they run miles.
2 different things. Agreed. They have to make sure that the blood clot is completely gone before A, he can get on a plane, B, he can potentially see any contact. And you don't know. It could take 1 week. It could take 6 weeks. That's what Tim Legler heard from the Bucks as he got ready for his call yesterday on the Bucks Pistons broadcast on ESPN Radio. And so I do think that there is the potential for him to be back. And if he's back, that is a massive game changer. Speaking of game changers, that's what Jackson Chourio has been so far through this young, season for the Milwaukee Brewers. A heartbreaking loss last night as the Brewers entered the 9th inning up 4-0 against the Diamondbacks, and they ended up giving up 5 runs to blow it, to lose that game, to fall to 8-7. But if you remember, Kyle, a week ago we were sitting here on Sunday Karma, and Craig Karmazin was cackling, saying, "You think that the Brewers could be at 500 by the end of the month with where this pitching lineup is?" And next thing you know, the Brewers a week later are sitting at 8-7, making some moves. Credit to Matt Arnold.
Quinn Priester.
Yeah, there you go. To get some help.
You probably know him, huh? You're a Red Sox fan.
I don't know him personally, but yes, he came from the Red Sox, and he's going to join the starting rotation there.
He did?
He did, yes, for the Brewers, and Matt Arnold's just trying to bolster it. But I look at a guy like Jackson Chourio right now, who is on a 14-game hit streak, right? Everybody remembers that first game, opening day against the Yankees. He goes 0 for 5 with 5 strikeouts. People are a little bit worried. He's on a 14-game hit streak. Hit another home run yesterday to get himself to 5 home runs on the year, batting .313 with an OPS of 966. That is an MVP candidate right there in Jackson Chourio.
That's a phenom, Greg. He's 21 years old.
Unbelievable.
That's a phenom.
Unbelievable. And that's what gets me excited about this Brewers team. I want to ask you, Kyle, on the eve of you getting a Brazilian wax with your buddy Ben Bruss tomorrow, I want to ask you, if you think
me into so much stuff. You didn't tell me he would get me into jumping in Lake Michigan, spending my money on gambling. I've lost so much money with him.
That I could have told you was going to happen.
Hundreds of dollars.
That I could have told you was going to happen. You got to be smarter on the punishments and the gags.
Oh, you say no. When you say no, it's come on, we got to do it. We got to do it.
You got to get him to do those things and you to be on the sideline. That's what I was able to do.
I'm going to work on that.
But I want to know, is he the next MVP we have in Wisconsin? Because when you look at the last, let's even cut it to the last 7-8 years, right? You had Aaron Rodgers, you had Christian Yelich win the MVP in 2018. You had Giannis in 19 and 20. You had Rodgers in 20 and 21. That's an incredible run of MVPs in the state of Wisconsin. It's something I don't think was always truly appreciated or acknowledged or grasped in terms of the idea that in the 3 major sports within the span of 18 through 21, you're talking about 3 years, you had 5 MVPs. Now you're looking at it and saying, well, Packers land, when can Jordan Love get to that MVP status, right? NBA, Giannis should be more in the MVP conversation. We kind of hit that last segment with Craig. He'll get back there. MLB, Jackson Chourio at 21 years old is doing things that are MVP-like. Is he the next Wisconsin MVP, or do you see Giannis getting one more, or do you see Jordan Love being that next guy?
Unfortunately, I don't see Giannis getting one more. I think it's probably past it, right? Giannis got his 2, unless Giannis and the Bucks have, because the MVP isn't just an individual award; it is a team award as well. Your team, the reason why Shea's probably going to win this year, or Shai, however people want to say it, but I say Shea, it's because his team is the number 1 seed in the Western Conference and one of the best teams in the NBA this year. He balled. I think he averaged 32 points per game, had a streak of 70 games, so having 20 points per game, more than 74 times this year, something like that, or in a row. He's balling. He's balling. But the the Milwaukee Bucks, Giannis is balling, but he's balling on a team that's fighting for a 5 seed. Right, you're just not gonna get it. Even Jokic this year, he's not gonna win it. He's not gonna win it because his team isn't on the top. So I don't see the Milwaukee Bucks organization getting back to being on top with a 1 seed based off the fact that we're getting older. We're depending on Damian Lillard right now, who is 34 years old. He'll be 35 this summer. He ain't gonna get no better. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's only gonna get older. So this team isn't trending in the right direction, which overall helps Giannis. Regardless if he scores 30 points for a mid to bad team, nobody's gonna win an MVP for that. So that's why I think it can't be Giannis.
I would challenge you on the team not trending in the right direction. I know everything that you're saying. I do think that there is the potential for history to look back and say, you know what, is as bad as in a vacuum the trade might look that sent Chris Middleton to Washington and brought Kyle Kuzma back to Milwaukee.
It's only bad if A.J. Johnson turns out to be a really good basketball player.
That's fair. It got them some flexibility after this season. And if Giannis continues to play the way he's playing, and Dame continues to be, the player that he is, which looking at what Steph Curry is able to do at this point in his career, right, who's older than Dame, gives me confidence that Dame, the way he plays, can continue to be an offensive difference maker. They might have the flexibility, and when you talk about Sakuda, right, and how
he just dropped out like people knew this kid's name, KPJ.
Yes.
Kevin Porter Jr. I should just say his full name.
That is fair.
But we know who he is. He's only been here 2 months.
And he's gone through 3 nicknames. It gives me confidence that they might be able to finagle things around, to be able to continue to build the right things around Giannis and Dame, to continue to be a contender. With the way that Giannis is performing heading into, he's 30 years old?
He is 30.
A 30-year-old season, I still think he's got an MVP left in him. I do. But I still think Jackson Churio's got more. I think Jackson Churio is going to be the next MVP in the state of Wisconsin. Before Jordan Love, before Giannis gets another one, I think Jackson, maybe not this year, but whenever Shohei Ohtani doesn't win an MVP over the next 3-4 years, I think Jackson Churio is going to be that guy.
No, I'm right there with you. I definitely think that Jackson is something special, and he's already trending in a direction where he's just going to be a superstar, right? And superstars typically, if he continues on the path that he's going on, they get the accolades, right? He's going to win himself an MVP, and he's going to be in a conversation where they're me talking about how great he is and his absolute greatness. And if the Milwaukee Brewers go on to win a World Series, which is our hope here at ESPN Wisconsin and everybody here in the state of Wisconsin as well, is he's definitely going to get MVP. But what he's doing is extremely special to be this young. So I'm right there with you. Only way that Jordan Love wins the MVP before Cheerio is if Jordan Love all of a sudden mimics and emulates Aaron Rodgers, right? And right now, how much I do love Jordan Love, he needs to stay healthy. We need to be able to see it consistently over a full 18-week schedule, 17-game schedule.
And I think that offense has to figure out what it is. I don't even put it all on Jordan Love. I think right now, you came into a year last year where the Packers said, okay, let's figure out of these 4 guys who all could be your number one, who the number one is. And when you don't have defined roles on a team, it's kind of difficult for the quarterback, for the entire offense to know exactly how it's supposed to operate. And heading into this year, if you were to say who is the number one target, you still don't really know who it is. And you're down Christian Watson. And is it Romeo Dobbs? Or is it Jaden Reed? And what is Dontavian Wicks? And where does Tucker Kraft fit in?
We haven't had a number one option since we traded Tay Adams.
Correct.
That's not great.
Not
great. Not a championship formula.
And it's not a formula, especially for Jordan Love to be able to win an MVP. It feels like they're building this offense more around Josh Jacobs than they are Jordan Love right now, and maybe that helps them win games in the regular season. I don't know if it helps them win a Super Bowl, and I certainly don't think it helps Jordan Love.
They'll be moving people next year running the ball. I'm going to tell you that now.
Yeah, they could be a great running team.
They're going to be cracking skulls with Banks, Jenkins, and even Sean Ryan. I like Sean Ryan a little bit more than Jordan Morgan, because I haven't seen him. Oh, they're going to be moving people.
Great, but you're still not going to be the same running team that the Eagles are. So what are you going for? You know what I mean? You're still not going to be Saquon and Jalen Hurts in the offensive line they have in Philly.
Tried to stop the tush push.
They're pushing a lot of internal NFL legislation to stop that for sure. We'll keep talking NFL. We'll keep talking Packers with the best there is. You hear them every week, 9 to noon on Wilde and Tausch. It is Jason Wilde. He joins us next on Sunday Karma. This is ESPN Wisconsin.
You're listening to Sunday Karma with Craig Karmazin on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Who's the looking for a deal? Well, Cousin Subs has a better deal just for you. Cousin's new $10 meal deals are now available online only. Choose between a 7.5-inch ham and provolone, turkey breast, or veggie sub, a bag of chips or regular fry, a regular fountain beverage, and cookie at cousinsubs.com or on the mobile app for just $10. Now that's a better deal. Cousin Subs, we believe in better. Available at participating locations only. Offer subject to change without notice.
For your next night out, revel in the fusion of artistry and flavor with Sushi at St. Kate, offering guests an elevated experience where freshness and creativity converge in every bite. St. Kate the Arts Hotel introduces an exciting new sushi menu to its culinary repertoire. Indulge in the finest seafood, freshest ingredients, and expert craftsmanship for an inspired and delectable dining journey. Experience the art of sushi at St. Kate and learn more at stkatearts.com.
Hey, Gina, did you hear about the draft?
Wayne, there's no draft at Pella.
There's definitely a draft. Right, Wildy?
Yeah,
everybody's talking about it.
Pella windows are constructed of the highest quality. No drafts.
Yeah, sure. Okay. No drafts. Got it. There's more than one draft?
No, but Pella should be everyone's number one pick because right now at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get no interest financing options or free glass upgrades when you order by April 30th. Our talented designers and installers can match your unique home through dramatic sizes, custom colors, finishes, profiles, product types, and more, along with durable and distinguished details. All Pella products stand the test of time, which is why we confidently offer the best wood warranty in the industry.
So where is the draft?
Coon. Get no interest financing options or free glass upgrades at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. Ends 4/30/2025.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that a lot of life's firsts are better with help from American Family Insurance. Like your first home expansion or your first big lightning strike. There's a first for everything. Get the right home policy at the right price with the right help from American Family's agents. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Oh, can't show you in there.
Why not?
That's the bathroom. We need a new shower bad.
Think your shower is one of the ugliest in Wisconsin? Upload your photo by April 30th to goodkarmabrands.com/Wisconsin contest for a chance to win a free shower remodel. One lucky fan will win a free shower remodel from Kohler Services, including design consultation, demolition, and removal of your existing shower or bath, and installation of a brand new Kohler Luxstone shower. goodkarmabrands.com/Wisconsin contests.
There's a winning magic powering up at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. This April, prepare for an exciting quest to $300,000 in the Enchanted Spin Slot Tournament. Just conjure your rewards card and play slots to earn drawing entries. Each Thursday, 60 winners will compete for thousands in cash and prizes. Let your journey begin with Enchanted Spins, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
We don't just cover the green and gold. We cover the green and gold. Your home for Green Bay football talk. 94.5 ESPN and at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. Kyle Bruston Nordman, KBN.
He thinks he left the video stream for 5 minutes. When I say I am sweating, I am out of shape drastically.
This is ESPN Milwaukee on 94.5 ESPN and on video at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
We be throwing money in a spiral. Every time the girl hear my song, yeah, turn her right into my. She shake her do the eye roll. Got a skinny thong like a tie roll. I be blowing up like some pyro. Coupe 150, call it gyro. If she left with me, she the right wall. Man, she riding me like a BMX. Man, she said the D is for Dino. I got two horns like a rhino. There's no way you could buy it. But I brought a mention with the slide on. Yes, I opened up the slide door so you can hear it hit the high note.
It's Sunday Karma with Craig Karmazin on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Sunday Karma across ESPN Wisconsin. Kyle Wallace, Greg Scalzo hanging with you. 800-990-3776, the number to get into the show. Excited to talk to Jason Wilde. You hear him every week alongside Packer Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher. I'm Wilde and Tausch, 9 to noon on ESPN Wisconsin. You get his content at channel3000.com as well. Jason, thank you for joining us here this morning.
Everybody abandoned you except Kyle?
Yes, pretty much. Alex Strofe has something up at his old college radio station in Stevens Point,
He's
I
living
believe.
in the past too much.
And Craig Karmazin is running back and forth between here at the Gruber Law Office, one called That's All Studios at the 3rd Street Market Hall, and the Baird Center where his daughter is performing its dance competition. So you've got myself and Kyle Wallace here with you.
I like the priority by Craig, though. That's good. Better to go see her compete than to talk to me. I'm 100% in support of that.
I think we all are. Jason, we are, 11 days away from the start of the NFL draft there in Green Bay. You obviously live in Green Bay. You cover the Packers each and every day. But even outside of Packers land, where are we right now being a Green Bay resident with everything happening? Like, what's the feel? What's the vibe going on? And do you think the city of Green Bay and the state of Wisconsin's ready for what's going to hit in less than 2 weeks?
I think so. I think, first of all, the NFL takes over this project. So they've got people that have put on Super Bowls, that have put on international games, that have put on the draft since it started moving around, starting with Chicago in 2015. So they know what they're doing. And so they have kind of a template that they follow that is applicable with adjustments to every city that they go to. So, the draft theater is continuing to be built. They know the timeline on which they need to do it. The roof is up, so the progress is being made. They're building it out of Oneida Street toward Lambeau Field, and it's inconvenient if you live in that area, but it really hasn't overwhelmed our tiny little town at all. Like, obviously, they've kind of got it, in a contained area. They're calling it the draft campus, and I think that's a good phrase because if you think about like a small college, like St. Norbert, it's all contained in one area. It's not like the University of Wisconsin-Madison, but I think it's been able to be worked on and made progress without it being an interruption for residents. The biggest question I have is just how many people are going to descend upon Green Bay, Wisconsin. Because as we've been told by organizers, the 3-day attendance in Detroit last year was 770,000 people. They are anticipating 250,000 here in Green Bay. They're expecting a lot of people to commute, to drive back and forth from Madison or Milwaukee or wherever it might be, because we don't have enough hotel space here for a lot of people to just stay here all 3 days. So I'm really eager to see just how they do attendance-wise. The NFL basically has taken the approach of we want it to be about the quality, not quantity of experience, and I want to see how that works out.
Yeah, I mean, right now, and I know you're not supposed to trust weather forecasts outside of the 48-hour window, but right now it's got Green Bay during the draft at about 60 and sunny. And I think if it's 60 and sunny in Green Bay, Jason, you're going to get a lot more than 250,000 people there. I think you're going to get, a lot bigger than what you'd expect from a St. Norbert's College, because so many folks are just going to be excited to walk around, check out the draft experience. We know Wisconsinites, right? If you give them a nice day in April and say, hey, there's something cool going on around the NFL. Oh, and you can pick up a beverage and walk around for $10 and just see things, you're going to get people descending upon Green Bay at massive numbers, I think. But I think Packers fans, while they care about what's happening in Green Bay for the draft, care a lot more about what the Packers are actually going to do. Field Yates in his latest mock draft had Michael Williams, the edge rusher from Georgia, going to the Packers at 23. You wrote something on Channel 3000 about Lucas Van Ness and how important this year is going to be for him in year 3. Is that a concern for the Packers defensively of what that pass rush looks like, given that they spent so much time in zone last year, and that might not be their preference because they might just have to do it because they don't have enough of a pass rush.
Yeah, one of their biggest priorities is to get better at having a successful, productive pass rush with only 4 guys. Jeff Hafley does not want to go through another season where he's having to manufacture pressure, whether it's with simulated pressure where you still send 4, but it's 3 linemen and someone that the offense isn't expecting and a lineman drops out. Or if it's blitzing, sending 5, sending 6. He doesn't want to do that anymore. He believes that if you can get pressure with 4, which we saw Philadelphia do in the Super Bowl and just absolutely wreck the Chiefs' game plan, that it makes life easier for your defense. And one of the things that Matt LaFleur has raved about that Jeff Hafley did last year was that he found a way to create pressure even with a defensive line that wasn't good enough. And they fired their defensive line coach. Goody can say till he's blue in the face that they have what they need in terms of defensive linemen, but what the hell is he supposed to say? He didn't add one. He let T.J. Slayton leave in free agency. He's not going to get up there and say, we got to get new guys because these guys stink. Or I shouldn't have paid Rashawn Gary. He ain't good enough. Or I shouldn't have pick swapped with the Jets on that Rodgers trade. I should have just taken Will McDonald, who grew up in Milwaukee, played at Iowa State, and had 10.5 sacks for the Jets last year, which is more than the. There you go. Started out at Pulaski High School, I think, Kyle, a city school, and
then transferred over to the suburbs.
Then transferred over, I think, to Waukesha North, maybe. But look, he was extremely productive as the 15th pick. He was really good for the Jets last year. My point is that, I don't see them shying away from an edge rusher at 23 just because they've said nice things about Lucas Van Ness and what they've got from a pass rush standpoint. You would argue that with the investments they've made with Devontae Wyatt, with Rashawn Gary, with Lucas Van Ness, that the idea of going another defensive lineman at 23 would indicate they have not done well with first-round picks that are defensive linemen or edge rushers.
Jason, so with that, does that give you any trust that Goody would actually finally get it right at the edge in the first round, drafting somebody at that position?
Yeah, I always look at drafts as, I know it's easy to say, okay, here's his 7 drafts, here's what it looks like he's good at, here's what he's not. I still think that these are year-by-year things, and every player is different, right? You could argue that initially he didn't know what the hell he was doing drafting wide receivers, right? I mean, you look at the guys that he drafted in 18, then Amari Rodgers wasn't very good, right? And then, how were you looking at his wide receiver draft picks a year ago at this time? You were looking going, well, they don't need, and he would agree with you, by the way. He was looking going, well, we don't need to add more wide receivers. We drafted 3 in each of the previous 2 drafts. He didn't draft a wide receiver last year. And now we're sitting here a year later, and this is how the league changes and your perception of his picks change. We went from thinking, oh, look at this. He got Jaden Reed, who's a stud, led them in receiving in 2023. You got Dontavion Wicks, who really came on in the second half and looks like he could be like Devontae Adams-esque. Well, now neither one of those guys made the jump last season, and now we're sitting there going, maybe they should draft Emeka Egbuka in the first round. So, again, everything is so fluid that I don't want to say, this guy can't draft defensive linemen. I will say this, I've been saying it a lot. This is a critical year for a lot of people, and 2 guys that were first-round picks in 2022 are on that list. Quay Walker, who I saw Pro Football Focus mentioning as a possible trade candidate, which that had not crossed my mind, frankly, because obviously the 5th-year option number is going to be a big one. I don't believe that. I think they really think Quay Walker and Edgerrin Cooper together could be a dynamic duo. But both he and Devontae Wyatt, this is a very critical year for both of them, and we've talked a lot about that being the case for Goody and LaFleur and Love. all those guys. I'm so eager for this season to start and to see what this team does, because this is I don't want to call it make or break, but I think this is a year where we really find out about a lot of guys that are entering contract years or entering years where you want to say, okay, I want to be able to say definitively, this guy's very, very good, he's just okay, or he's not good enough and he needs to be replaced.
You mentioned it before, Jason. Craig Karmazin just walked back into the Gruber office. One call, that's all, studios. We're going to take a quick break.
Thank you.
And I want to come back and talk a little bit about the pass catchers and what that looks like heading into the NFL draft.
Sunday Karma with Craig Karmazin.
Kyle tried to just jump right to break there.
I thought I was doing a live read for Gruber. You told me 10 seconds ago.
I'm just so nervous about you, Craig. You start talking, you ask a question. But
wow.
Craig,
how long have you guys been working together? Where's the level of trust between host and producer right now?
So am I not supposed to be doing the live read?
No, you always. You know what? I apologize because one call, that's all, can take over whenever, because they're always so helpful for anybody.
That's the thing about Gruber Law Offices. Like, there's other firms out there, and you're like, I hear their name, but are they really like in this community? I was literally just at a dance competition across the street. There was a Gruber there. That's right, nationally recognized, but founded in this community, solely working for people in this community. That's the beauty of Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all, is a commitment to this community. It's a commitment from their team to you. That's why tens of thousands of Wisconsinites have been helped by Gruber Law Offices. So if you're ever injured, if a loved one's ever injured, you can focus on yourself, because Gruber Law Offices has been through it and they will take care of you. That's why I always recommend, if someone's ever injured, it's one call, that's all, with Gruber Law Offices.
This is Sunday Karma with Craig Karmazin on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. You remember the moments from that magical March.
Side Decker, it's a three. Got it!
On June 26th, celebrate the squad with Made 'em Believe, a special night with Bo Ryan, Frank Kaminsky, and Sam Decker.
Here's Kaminsky, the drop stab, that's his favorite. And the two.
Presented by Bud Light, Michelob Ultra, Potosi Varsity Ale, and Potosi Hard Seltzer. Tickets are on sale now at UWHoops2015.com. Made 'em Believe, June 26th at the Orpheum Theater in Madison.
Thy ticket, Lady Jennifer of Coolidge.
Well, many thanks, good sir. Here'th my Discover card.
They accept Discover at Renaissance fairs?
Yeah, they do here. Discover is accepted at the places I love to shop. Getteth with the times.
With the times? You're playing the lute.
Yeah, and it sounds pretty good, right?
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
Now at Verizon, we have some big news for your peace of mind. For all our customers, existing and new, we're locking in low prices for 3 years guaranteed on My Plan and My Home. That's future you peace of mind. And everyone can save on a brand new phone on My Plan when you trade in any phone from one of our top brands. That's new phone peace of mind. Because at Verizon, whether you're already a customer or you're just joining us, we got you. Visit Verizon today. Price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rate. Additional terms and conditions apply for all offers.
Are you ready to win some real cash during the basketball playoffs? It's time for you to check out Pick 6 from DraftKings. Hey, it's Alex Stroh. When it comes to basketball payouts, DraftKings Pick 6 posterizes the competition, including all other daily fantasy options. It's easy. Download the Pick 6 app in your app store and make at least 2 selections by clicking more or less on player projections. Hit all your picks and score higher minimum payouts on Pick 6, plus even more cash if you outscore the competition. Pick 6 is available in most states, including right here in Wisconsin, California, Texas, Georgia, and more. And you can pick on anything: basketball, baseball, golf, and more. Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app now and use code WKTI. That's code WKTI. For new customers to play $5, get $50 in Pick 6 credits. Better payouts, bigger wins, only with Pick 6 from DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 18 plus. Age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Void where prohibited. credit. One Purdue customer. Bonus awarded is non-withdrawable Pick 6 credits that expire in 14 days. Limited time offer. See terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promos.
No shortcuts, no compromises, just the job done right. At Exterior Pros, we don't just meet expectations, we crush them. Every nail, every window, every shingle is a step toward your home's next chapter. From the moment we start until that final reveal, we're committed to making your home better than ever. Quality products and craftsmanship you can count on. Go to the pros for your next project. Get started today and save $2,000. Visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. That's 262-800-4274.
Escape the city and relax at Lake Lawn Resort in beautiful Delavan, Wisconsin. Enjoy outdoor activities on Delavan Lake. Tee off at the lakeside Majestic Oaks Golf Course or unwind at the award-winning Calidora Spa. With both indoor and outdoor pools, there's fun for the whole family. Take a cruise on the Lake Lawn Queen. Explore stunning shores and historic landmarks and enjoy delicious food and drinks on board. Book your stay today at lakelawnresort.com, where everything is better at the lake.
Wisconsin is still cattle country, and that's why Bunzel's chose to stay close to home to hand select the finest beef. Quality goes into everything they do, from Bunzel's expansive array of meats, homemade specialty sausages, and their award-winning beef jerky. It just isn't a proper holiday meal without Bunzel's top quality cuts on the dinner table. Tasting is believing. Visit Bunzel's at 90th and Burleigh or bunzels.com.
In season, off season, draft season. Whatever season it is, we are Milwaukee's place to talk green and gold. Listen, watch, or stream live whenever, wherever. 94.5 ESPN.
Josie's on a vacation far away. Come around and talk it over. So many things that I want.
It's Sunday Karma with Craig Karmazin on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Hit us on the Carbless talk and text line if you would join Jason Wilde and I in being excited about a 2000 Badger Final Four reunion. Because, Jason, during the break, I was saying to Greg, we're doing this unbelievable 10-year reunion at the Orpheum for the 2015 team, and tickets are available now. You go to, like, UWFinal4tickets.org.net something. No, I don't know what it is.
UWHoops2015.com.
Wow. Thanks, Jason. UWHoops2015.com. Does anyone own UWHoops2000.com?
Nobody does. I just checked it. Yes.
Really? It is the domain
is available. Yeah.
I mean, Jason, you and I would be way more excited. Not to say that this isn't going to be unbelievable, which I'm so jacked about, but I feel like that 2000 team for us is like our team.
It is. Evan Cohen in the same group.
Yeah,
too.
Evan Cohen would be excited. He'd be there. Hit us on the talk and text line if you want to get the 2000 squad together for a reunion.
Of course, the Carbless talk and text line, 800-990-3776. This is Sunday Karma. Craig Karmazin, Greg Scalzo, Kyle Wallace, joined by Jason Wilde. Jason, feel free to just keep talking 2000 Badgers if you'd like, but I did want to ask about pass catchers.
My favorite part of the season was when Dick Bennett called Mike Kelly selfish because he was trying to get too many steals. I've literally never heard a player be called selfish because he got in foul trouble like once, or maybe it was twice, and he was like, "Oh, I think he's a little selfish. He's thinking about that steals record."
Craig, I'm so glad you're back.
Like, Kyle, I mean, have you ever heard a coach?
That seems somewhat facetious right there.
No, Kyle's not happy I'm back.
No,
but
that's what I'm saying.
I like the energy. You know what's fun? I told Greg, I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to the Bucks game, so, Jason comes on, I'll be able to do some things. Craig is here. Listen, I'm back in it, baby.
Jason, do you remember that? Dick Bennett calling Mike Kelly out, and then the team never lost after that, except for against Michigan State every time they played them.
I was talking to Mike Kelly a couple weeks ago, actually, and I had forgotten that story until you brought it up. But yes, I do remember it now. But yes, sign me up. I don't know where you're planning on. Can we pull off two such events so close together?
I think this one could be at my house. Maybe we could do this one in my backyard. We don't need the Orpheum for this one. Let's just do it in my backyard.
I'll be there.
It can be an intimate night with the 2000 Badgers Final Four.
Well, let's check the Carbless Talking text line. How many people have RSVP'd in for our 2000 Badger basketball reunion?
Well, let me read the number again, because right now we're sitting at 0. 800-990-3776.
We don't even need the backyard. We can do it in the kitchen.
Yeah, you guys could just
do it in the kitchen.
Yes, it could really just be Evan Cohen of Unsportsmanlike, Jason Wilde of Wilde and Tausch, Craig Carmenson of Sunday Karma,
and Mark Vershaw, and Mo Linton.
Yes.
Like, it'll be great.
And the 2000 Badger Final Four.
Not going to show up. John Bryant's going to be like, no, too small of a crowd for me.
I think we'll get Kowski and Kelly, and this is going to be huge.
I mean, you guys could just go to dinner together. Like, you all know each other. Like, you've all heard the stories.
No, I think the thing is, Ben's team that went to the Final Four and then the team after that actually went to the national championship, that team is classic, like great. But this team that Craig is talking about and that Wilde is talking about
is a 30 for 30.
I mean, you're talking about a basketball program that, as a kid, I didn't watch Badgers basketball until that year. My mom, I remember she came home with like a Wisconsin shirt that I think she got from a store, not an official one, but she got a W shirt because that was the tournament run. Like, just like when Ryan Day brought me into Badger football.
Why you gotta play your mom like that? Why you gotta play your mom like that? But Roy Boone, I mean, like, think about
like, all right. Like, so I get it, right? And I don't mean to be disrespectful to the 2000 Final Four squad. It also set a stereotype of Wisconsin being the most boring brand of basketball that they couldn't shake until the 2015 team. Like, even when they were great offensively with Jordan Taylor and when they were good offensively with, John Lure.
Yeah, you know what? The Pistons had a reputation, too. You think you want to take back their championship?
The Pistons won their championship.
I'm saying the Badgers went to the Final Four.
They did go to the Final Four.
What is the highest level that anyone played at from that Final Four team? Like, it's a 30
what you're saying is the story's great, but like ultimately, I don't know how excited people are to see just like Mike Kelly and Andy Kowski and these guys who, like, with all due respect, because they're great. It's a great story.
Let's go to the Carbless Talking text line and see how excited people are.
Sam chimes in and says 2000 was special. All old Metro Conference. Kelly from Pius, Kowski from Dominican, and Burke Emperor from Marquette.
See? People are excited. The talking text line is ablaze, Wilde. 800-990-ESPN. It's 800-990-3776. Don't let Scalzo, who thinks Wisconsin sports started in 2010, you wouldn't have any of this if it weren't for these guys.
It's akin to like having like a conversation about like a 30 for 30 from like these old it's like talking about great high school runs on a collegiate level. And I'm not even taking it away. It makes the special, the story that much more special. I just don't know how many kids nowadays are like, man, I'm so excited. Like, Andy Kowski got me into Badger basketball.
I mean, he's one of the few people, I believe, who got people into basketball and into designing overpasses and road systems. Yeah, I mean, the guy built the guy like shut down Stromile Swift in the NCAA tournament and built the Marquette interchange. Like, that doesn't happen. All right, give me another text from the Talking text line.
There are no texts from the Carlos Talking text line.
What's going on here?
All right, so I just put a poll up on. I'm a bad producer, but I tried my best. On YouTube, make sure you go to ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
I just put up a poll, and the poll says, I'm sorry, I can't really read from this.
Wait. We're not trying to. This isn't hot take. It's not either or.
No. Which Badgers NCAA Final Four team means more to Badgers basketball?
Okay.
2000, 2014, 2015, or 1941?
Okay, I like it.
I mean, if we can get an event with the 1941 championship team, that feels like that could play.
I'm going to tell you, most of them are 6 feet under.
Okay. Do we have anyone left?
I think, by the way, I think
based off how many
I think the 2000 team would run the 41 team out of the building. That's all I'm saying.
Probably.
I think
there might be some high school teams around here.
If the 2015 Badger Final Four team took on the 2000 Badger Final Four team.
No one could score on Mike Kelly.
Okay.
Mike Kelly will shut down Sam Decker right now. Don't even mess with that. All right, there's more text. I could tell.
Luis chimes in and said, I'd rather see an 03 MU Marquette Final Four reunion than 2000.
We are.
Yeah, but like, we're not going to do a happy 22nd anniversary.
What if we did a combined...
let's wait until 2028.
But then it just feels like we're grasping to get Dwayne Wade to something. I feel like then it's like, oh, you're trying
by
to use Dwayne Wade's
2028,
clout.
like I feel like Dwayne Wade will be happy to come by.
Okay.
Chad chimes in and says, morning, fellas. Next Sunday, Where Are They Now show. Interview them and see what they are doing. That's from Chad in the 608.
Craig, you're here. Maybe somebody can get somebody to call in.
Yeah, you never know.
We can do that.
Yep.
We can do that.
For our segment. Jason, you know how great our... Oh, go ahead, Jason. They done hijacked your segment. It's 11 o'clock.
No, it's fine. I love this. I do think it's important as someone who was at the university in 1993 when the Badger football team went to the Rose Bowl, and in 1994 when Stu Jackson and Tracy Webster and Michael Finley and Rashard Griffith and Howard Moore went to the NCAA tournament for the first time in 47 years. The difference with the 2000 Final Four team and with those basketball and football teams that I just mentioned is that they did something that felt like it was impossible at Wisconsin, right? The idea of a Badger basketball team going to the Final Four in 2000, given the track record of the program, it was unimaginable. And frankly, when the 2014 team made the Final Four and then the 15 team made the national championship, I did have that feeling in 15. That's why there's a neat thing that we're doing at the Orpheum, uwhoops2015.com for tickets, is that the idea, you were excited that the 2000 team made it to the Final Four, but I'm not sure you were thinking the Badgers are going to win the national title, just if we're being honest. Whereas that Wisconsin team that we're celebrating the 10-year anniversary of had a 9-point second-half lead in the championship game. Like, those are things that I just have a ton of admiration and respect for teams that do things that were thought to be impossible. And all those teams that I just mentioned qualify in that department.
I will say, if the 2000 team didn't run into Michigan State, they may have won the national championship. Michigan State just knew how to play against them.
The story is better. I just don't think that the live event with that team is going to pop. All
right, what do we got on the talk text line about this team right now?
A lot of 40 and 50-year-old dudes that would be happy to buy tickets, though. They've got a lot of discretionary income.
Charles chimes in and says, I would watch the 30 for 30, but I think it would be a local thing. Most people who aren't local wouldn't care. I would definitely watch it, though.
Nice. Kyle, what's the voting going on YouTube right now? What percentages?
On YouTube, with the question of which Badgers NCAA Final Four team means more to Badgers basketball, it is the 2000 team with 50% of the vote, followed by the 2015 team with 33%, followed by the 2014 team with 17%, and somehow the only team to win a national championship in Wisconsin Badgers basketball history is right now with a donut with 0 votes. Crazy.
Not a lot of momentum, I guess, people felt from that 41 team. But Greg's in for the 41 reunion.
I would love the 41 reunion.
Can you imagine 100 years from now?
That'd be really cool.
Somebody just thinking the 2015 team was pointless, or the 2000 team was pointless. Imagine
it's not. It's not. It's pointless.
They're gonna be like, well, that 2000 team, like, what, are they still alive today?
I mean, Kyle, they didn't have to play against any brothers.
That's gonna have the 2000 team. They didn't have none. When they played again, I'm just kidding. They had a couple. Well, I'm just kidding. They lost to a group of brothers, the Flintstones, right?
Yep, and they had brothers. Come on now.
I'm just kidding.
Thank you, Jason. Appreciate the time. We'll be back more. We didn't talk any Packers in this last segment. We could talk about pass catchers next week. That'll still hold.
Yeah. No, I don't think anything's going to change dramatically between this week and next week.
No. It will, though, on the Final Four conversation.
Yes,
so,
that will change.
I'm glad we hit that today.
Thanks, Jason.
1941 all the way. All right, guys. Take care. Be good.
More Sunday Karma coming up next across ESPN Wisconsin.
This is Sunday Karma with Craig Karmazin on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Oh my gosh, Allie, did you look at Janet's roof? Ugh, it's like so flat. It looks like one of those roofing contractor commercials. Who even understands those roofing guys anyways?
I like flat roofs and I cannot lie. You other contractors can't deny. TPO way up high. I'm hooked and I can't stop staring.
If you want a roof that's worth staring at, Avondale Roofing is where you go. Your roofing experts for over 30 years. AvondaleRoofing.com.
Woo!
Hey, this is Ben Brust from Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin. People can't stop screaming about the Screamin' Sicilian frozen pizza, and no wonder. There's plenty to scream about, like the buttery stone-fired crust, secret recipe tomato sauce, mounds of whole milk mozzarella, and tons of premium toppings. Find Screamin' Sicilian in your local grocer's freezer and find out for yourself why Sporked called Screamin' Sicilian's Holy Pepperoni frozen pizza the best of the best. Screamin' Sicilian, taste what all the screamin' is about. Quality isn't just a promise, it's a process. At Higher Love, they craft with integrity, delivering farm-to-table products you can trust. As the only clean green certified organic cultivator in the Upper Peninsula, Higher Love takes pride in growing pure premium products, meaning better quality at better value and a difference you can feel. You can find Higher Love just across the border in Menominee and Ironwood, or at any of their 9 locations throughout the UP. Get more information at findhigherlove.com/CBD.
Hey, it's Brad Nortman, and I've got to tell you about my go-to car wash, Tsunami Express. Get your ride looking its best and ride the wave at Tsunami Express Car Wash, Milwaukee's fan favorite for that perfect shine. Sign up for a monthly membership and enjoy unlimited washes for less than $1 a day. Skip the wait with the fast lane and take advantage of great perks. With locations in Midtown Milwaukee, Waukesha, Greenfield, Oak Creek, and Mount Pleasant, Tsunami Express has you covered. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat. Visit TsunamiExpress.com to learn more.
Gabe Neitzel here. Catch Jen, Gabe, and Chewy mornings 7 to 9 on 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Aside from a house or a car specifically, what is the most expensive thing you own? Wendy?
A car.
Name an animal with 3 letters in its name.
Alligator. Name something that's better than being rich.
Poor. Besides a bird, something in a bird cage.
Hamster.
Something that comes with a summer storm.
Snow.
Something Russia's famous for, Bob.
Russians.
Something a burglar would not want to see when he breaks into a house. Rob.
Naked grandma!
Reason you might stay indoors on a beautiful day.
Because it's raining?
Name something you might buy that could turn out to be phony.
Yeah, a horse.
Name a time that most people get up.
In the morning.
A time most people go to bed.
At night.
This is the 7 at 11 on Sunday Karma with Craig Karmazin.
All right, so I'm off today, so there's no 7 at 11 mystery guest calling in. But
makes sense.
But we have a little bit of a game that I want to throw out there for you. So the premise is, and maybe we come up with a bet and we can pay it off at the end.
Oh, we're also because we're so great at paying off bets on Sunday Karma.
Exactly.
Kyle is getting a Brazilian wax tomorrow. I don't know if you know.
I heard about that.
Hey, is that work related?
Not that I'm aware of.
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Are you sure it was for a donation, Craig, so I could get it? Is that work related? Is that a write-off?
Donation to what?
To the Mac Fund. Tell him, Greg.
No, but that's not.
You were the one that decided to offer up a Brazilian wax.
Yeah. Congratulations, though.
That dang Ben Brust.
That's
keep throwing my money in different places.
That's very philanthropic of you. I like that. So here's my idea. Now I don't think I can pick the Bucks series, but my thought was we pick every NBA series on this show, and including the play-in games, and it's 1 point if you get the team right. It's 3 points if you get the amount of games right. And winner gets something, loser gets something.
You ready to track all this, Kyle?
Where are the interns at? I'm going to do it. And
how about this? I'll track it.
No, I'm going to assign it to the intern.
I'm tracking
No, I'm going to assign it to an intern.
No,
Make sure they get their money's worth.
Nope. Interns make too much money here these days. They make more per hour than I do at this point.
That's the truth.
So let's, okay, I'm setting it up here. And so right now, there's not a lot that's set because of the play-ins, all that. But
there's a lot that's set.
Not a lot. There's literally only the 2 play-in matches and the 2 Eastern Conference matchups.
I guess that's true.
So there's only 4 total matchups.
So we'll play it as if it is right now, though.
So we'll play it as it is now.
Yep.
We'll let Strophe get in, even though he's not here now. and then a week from now, we'll make our picks. It could already be 1-0 in a series, whatever, but we just go
so we're
from
making
that
our
point.
picks next week. I thought
we're making our picks now of what we can make picks on, and then we'll make picks next week.
Well, this isn't going to work very well because Strofe is out today. I'm out next week. It's going to
we'll get those picks in. Yeah, we'll get those picks for the people. Is next week the week we're all off?
No, that would be the 27th of April. That
okay,
it will be. Who knows? But
that week's going to be tough for us. All 4 of us are off. But by then, all the series will have started. So it's actually it actually works well. So let's start off in, I guess let's just go 70 miles from here, right? Is that about where we go to Chicago?
Yep.
Where the Chicago Bulls are hosting the Miami Heat. Kyle, what do you like in that game?
Latino Heat.
Okay, Heat on the road, get the win. All right, Greg, who do you got?
Yeah, I'll take the Heat as well. It's also like this is where I struggle with the play-ins. The idea that you have Chicago and Miami that are even possible in this scenario is a shame.
I'll go with the Bulls.
Do they even want to win?
Of course they want to win.
I look at the Western Conference. Do the Mavericks really want to make the playoffs?
Yeah, they might be a different story.
They definitely do. After you make, Anthony Davis wouldn't have come back. Anthony Davis, they could have shut him down easily. He's still not even fully healthy.
I think Mavericks fans don't want them to make the playoffs.
Yes,
don't want them to win.
I don't know what Maverick fan. At this point,
I think Maverick fans want to see this blow up because like a self-destructive tendency.
All right,
Craig, you probably know what's going on inside down there.
Strophe also says the Bulls. He texts into our group chat that Strophe wants the Bulls.
Two Heat, two Bulls.
Isn't he supposed to be at a phone-a-thon? What is he doing?
Maybe he's listening on the AirPods. All right, so that sets up. Well, let's go to the 7-8 matchup. The Orlando Magic host the Atlanta Hawks. Scouts, you could start there.
I'm all over the Magic on that. I'll take Orlando.
All right.
I'm with him on that one. Most beautiful, most wonderful place, or what do they call it? The most happy
magical?
Magical place in the world.
Hence the magic. Yeah. Magical. Disney. Yeah.
The Magic Kingdom, the Orlando Magic. Yeah. Wow. It's good. All right. Wow, this one's tough for me. I will go with the Magic as well. I think at home, they're a good defensive team when they're locked in.
Stroke's going to fade us.
They're healthy,
I guarantee you.
Healthier than they've been. Strophe has not dropped his pick in. So now do we pick? I think we pick the third game. And if your team's not there, then you don't have a chance to get it done. So now, Greg, for you, that would be the Miami Heat against the Atlanta Hawks. That game would be played in Atlanta. Who you got?
I will take the Hawks over the Heat in Atlanta.
Hawks over the Heat in Atlanta, over to Kyle, who has the Hawks. Sorry, the Hawks would be playing I
thought they played the Magic.
The Hawks.
Yeah, the Hawks would be playing. Yep, the Hawks would be playing the Heat.
In your
scenario.
In my scenario, I will take the Hawks.
Well,
Got it.
So the Hawks, after losing in the 7-8, would then host the
winner of the 9-10,
which would be which you would be having hosting them, the Heat, who had won,
yep.
and the Bulls would have been eliminated. Yep. Who you got?
Hawks.
All right. So I have the Bulls having won and them going to Atlanta. Bulls have been on a magical run. I say it ends there. I'll also put the Hawks in as the 8th seed. So then Strophe also went with the Magic. So we were unanimous there. So the Magic are the 7 seed in all of ours, which would be facing the 2 seed, which is the Boston Celtics. Strophe on his final selection has not made it yet, but we'll come back to that. All right, let's go quick. We have the 3-6 matchup. The Knicks hosting the Detroit Pistons, who we saw. Greg, we need team and amount of games. Remember, the Pistons won 3 out of 4 against the Knicks this year.
I'll take the Knicks in 6.
Knicks 6. Kyle?
I don't need to say how many games.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. You get 3 points if you guess the amount of games.
You get the games.
Oh, okay.
1 point if you get the team, 3 if you get the games.
Well, I'm going to go with the Knicks in 5.
Knicks in. So after they lose 3 out of 4 to the Pistons, you think they just rock them like that?
I don't think that the Pistons will have enough. They don't have enough experience, and I just don't think they'll be able to have enough firepower to keep up. Even
not a Cade guy, huh?
I like Cade, but I don't know. Cade can't put a team on his back right now.
Yeah, I think with I'm kind of with you guys. I think the Pistons are going to put a scare into them, win one of the games on the Knicks home court. But I'm feeling a little Knicks in 6 also there. And then Alex will get his final selection. Greg, who you got? Bucks and the Pacers.
I will take the Bucks in 7.
So you're saying they're winning in Indiana on the road
on
in
the road.
Game 7. I love it.
In my secondary, next I would take like Bucks in 6 or Bucks in 5. I just think they're going to win this series against the Pacers.
Bucks in 5.
I think they're going to. I think Giannis is just in beast mode right now.
All right, Kyle.
Bucks in 6. Bucks in 6. I feel like the Bucks are going to be up 3-2. They got to win it at home, and they will.
Strophe says Knicks in 6 and Bucks in 6.
He also said Bucks in 6, baby.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
I don't know that I'm allowed to predict, but I think I'm allowed to say Bucks in 6. So
Okay,
I'm just saying I could say Bucks in 6.
Bucks in 6.
Yes.
Bucks in 6. We're just chanting.
Yes,
Bucks
exactly.
in 6. That's all it is. You got to chant with us when we chant, Craig.
There's a lot of good stuff coming up. We got to talk real quick, though, about the Brewers last night. Were you guys watching?
We were. We talked a little bit about it before. We also talked about it in the context of Jackson Chourio and how I think he's going to be the next Wisconsin MVP. 14-game hit streak, hit his 5th home run last night. OPS in 966 right now. 21 years old.
Were you talking about Trevor McGill? Had only pitched once in a week.
We'll talk about it next. Sunday Karma across ESPN Wisconsin.
This is Sunday Karma with Craig Karmazin on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. All day, every day. The Carbless talk and text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless talk and text line. This is more.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Fisco is always there for your auto body care. When accidents happen, Fisco Auto Body on Forest Home in Franklin is there when you need them. Got a broken mirror? They'll take care of it. Dented bumper? Scratch paint? Fisco Auto Body will take care of it. If there's any damage you need fixed, Fisco has you covered. Their expert workmanship is guaranteed for the life of your vehicle. So stop in for all of your auto bumps and dings. Once again, you know the line. That's Fisco.
Save big money on your next project now at Menards. Menards is the leading supplier of quality roof and floor trusses. Choose from our large selection of residential and post-frame trusses or design custom trusses specifically for your project. Get started on your building project today in store or on Menards.com. Plus, view our weekly flyer for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
Hey football fans, Verizon is giving you the chance to win the ultimate draft experience with the Road to the Draft sweepstakes. 10 lucky winners will win tickets for the first day of the 2025 draft in Green Bay, including round-trip car service from Milwaukee, hotel accommodations, plus access to the Verizon viewing zone where you'll be taken care of like a first-round pick. Don't miss your chance to win the ultimate draft experience powered by Verizon. Hurry to select Wisconsin Verizon locations to enter by April 13th. No purchase necessary to enter. Must be legal U.S. resident of Wisconsin or Illinois. Age 21 years or older. Void where prohibited. For official rules and full details, visit www.espnwisconsincontest.com.
Escape the city and relax at Lake Lawn Resort in beautiful Delavan, Wisconsin. Enjoy outdoor activities on Delavan Lake. Tee off at the lakeside Majestic Oaks Golf Course or unwind at the award-winning Calidora Spa. With both indoor and outdoor pools, there's fun for the whole family. Take a cruise on the Lake Lawn Queen. Explore stunning shores and historic landmarks. And enjoy delicious food and drinks on board. Book your stay today at lakelawnresort.com, where everything is better at the lake.
Whether you're about to graduate high school or have been in the workforce for years, it's time to take control of your future. Welcome to Lakeland University, where you call the shots. We use our flexible learning formats to customize your degree path. In-person, online, and virtual classes are all available. Lakeland University is designed around you, your goals, your schedule, your future. You can even earn up to 25% of your degree via paid work experiences. Ready to take control of your future? Let us customize an education to fit your needs. Visit lakeland.edu/ESPN to learn more.
For general contest rules, visit espnwisconsincontest.com.
It's party time at Cousins Subs. For a limited time only, Cousins is bringing back their famous 2-foot party subs. Whether it's for a big game, family gathering, or work celebration, Cousins 2-foot party sub is sure to be a crowd pleaser. Choose from the club, ham and provolone, Italian special, or turkey. Each party sub is just $39.99, feeds 5 to 8 people, and requires 24-hour notice to order. Order today through April 27th in store, online, or on their app. Cousins Subs. We believe in better.
Station updates, show clips, and your place to interact with us every single day just by scrolling through your feed. Follow along on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at ESPN Milwaukee. Show podcasts, team-centric feeds, and listening live whenever, wherever. All of that in the palm of your hand. The Wisconsin On Demand app, available in the Apple or Android App Store.
No fighting.
We got the refugees.
No fighting. No fighting. Shakira, Shakira.
This is Sunday Karma with Craig Karmazin on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Oh, baby, when you talk like that, you make a woman go mad.
Who says he's not one of the best producers in the business? As Craig Karmazin gets up to run across to the Baird Center for his daughter's dance competition, we've got some Shakira on the horn right now. Well done, Kyle. Well done.
It's because of the dancing.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Maybe that's why I was inspired to do it.
I gave you credit. Just take it. Don't act like you didn't do it on purpose.
I usually take things when people do it, but I'm like, oh, wow.
It's subconscious, however it works.
It probably was.
Maybe Craig Karmazin comes back. Maybe he doesn't. Greg Scalzo, Kyle Wallace here with you. Sunday Karma across ESPN Wisconsin. We're going to have to, get out here, kind of short for quite a day on ESPN Madison, as we've got Bucks basketball going into Brewers baseball on ESPN Madison. We'll be here until noon coming up on ESPN Milwaukee and Beaver Dam. 800-990-3776. Again, 800-990-ESPN. That is the Carbless Talk in text line, where earlier we were asking who's going to be the next MVP in Wisconsin. Dave from Aaron chimes in, says Churio could be the next MVP in Wisconsin if he doesn't get traded too early. I think the Brewers handled the Jackson Churio contract as well as any team in baseball can handle any young star's contract, right? And I know a lot of people are going to look at it and be like, oh, well, that's what the Brewers had to do, because they're not going to be able to afford him if he all of a sudden becomes an MVP. No, that's not just the Brewers. That's what all smart organizations are doing when it comes to these young top prospects. And sometimes the team gets burned and they give $80 million to a guy that's never played in the MLB, and that guy doesn't turn out to be an MVP caliber talent. And sometimes it works out well for the team. And right now it looks like this is going to work out well for the team, but it's not just small market teams that do it. We've seen the Braves do it. We've seen the Padres do it, who spent a lot of money. We see the Red Sox doing it as they went and signed Christian Campbell to a $70 million contract, and the Red Sox obviously thought of as one of the top big markets in baseball there. So not my concern. I think Jackson Churio will win an MVP in Milwaukee, and I think Brewers fans should be happy and celebrate when the Brewers do things the right way and the smart way, as opposed to being, ultimately negative about the constructs of Major League Baseball.
Why are we talking about things that are so many years away from this? They did right by him. This is a win-win for both. He doesn't have to get paid pennies.
Yep.
And then, the Brewers get to lock in a guy that they believed in, and he's showing, why they should believe in him. This should be a great thing that I believe he signed. Was it a 7 or 8 year contract?
I think it was an 8-year contract.
So really, you get 6 years plus 2.
Yep.
Like, that's a win-win. So if we get to year 7 and something happens, me and Greg will be over the hill.
We'll be over the hill. That's right, Kyle. Unfortunately, that is true. But Jackson Churio, again, off to an incredibly hot start. Brewers, heartbreaker last night, going to the 9th inning, down up 4-0. They give up 5 in the 9th. Trevor McGill, they take him out and don't start him in the 9th, I should say. Don't start him in the 9th inning, although they ultimately should have because it wasn't a traditional save opportunity. He hadn't pitched once in the last week. I think there's some criticism that you could possibly throw at the defending manager of the year and Pat Murphy for saying, why not just bring him in up 4-0 and just get him on there and give your team the best chance to win. But I'm not going to complain too much about the manager. I'm not going to complain at all about the GM. I'm not going to complain about what the Brewers are doing because they're doing what needs to be done ultimately to put themselves in a position to win in the division this year. They're back at it in Arizona today. That's at 3:10 first pitch. You can hear on 620 WTMJ. If you're in Milwaukee, or of course on 100.5 ESPN Madison if you are on in Madison. So we will leave Madison now. You'll get Bucks basketball. Kyle Wallace planning on being there in attendance, so you know it's a big game because Kyle only goes to the big games.
Yes, sir.
So we'll get that here. Kyle and I will come back. We'll talk a little Packers football since we didn't get too much of that with Jason Wilde. Talk a little bit about some of the pass catching situation, of course, Bucks and Brewers as well. And we'll see if Craig Karmazin ever comes back. We'll be back Sunday Karma across ESPN Wisconsin.
It's Sunday Karma with Craig Karmazin on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Slide into your neighborhood Century Food Store to score the freshest produce, tastiest treats, and everything in between. Now through Wednesday, save on 7 to 15-ounce selected varieties Rana pasta or sauce, 2 for $8. 6-count selected varieties Bay's English muffins, 2 for $6. 10 to 13-ounce selected varieties Marie Calendar bowls or small pot pies, 2 for $5. 12-ounce selected varieties Creamette egg noodles, 2 for $4.
Let's get some strawberries.
Attention shoppers. Safe.
Okay. Ooh, pineapple fulfills every need.
While you're shopping, a drive way back, it's a gunner.
There's something goofy going on with the PA.
Need a price check and I'll take me out to the ball game.
See, what is going on?
You're hearing things. We're at Century Foods, and you can't take your mind off winning that ultimate baseball fan sweepstakes.
I'm hoping to throw out the first pitch at a Milwaukee baseball game.
Or